Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 298 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'm also super happy to be hanging out with you while you drive or have coffee or work out, whatever you do while you listen. I'm happy to be with you. Now, one quick thing I need to add this week. I do say one bad word at the very end of the episode. It's at the very, very, very end. It's not that bad, but if you have kids, I'm just giving you a heads up. Okay. So there is a movie called Dreamers. It's an old movie, but I love it. It's about a racehorse named Sonador who is a rising star. She is favored to win it all. She's so good. She's so talented. But she unfortunately gets injured during a race. She actually broke her leg. And her owner, they think it's a career-ending injury, and usually is. But her owner is going to put her down right there on the track. And her trainer and the trainer's daughter are there, and they beg him to let them take her. They have this little farm that they can, help her heal. To which he conceded. He said, okay, that's fine, whatever. But they know she'll never race again, but they have this farm with lots of pastures, so they figure Sonador will live out her days happily being loved and just roaming the fields. Sounds great for her, right? No more having to practice long hours or race. All she really has to do is just chill. But that is not what she was built for. So pretty soon she heals and she's running the pastures. But they can tell she seems a little frustrated, like she wants more. And then one day the daughter's riding her and the dad pulls up alongside the fence in his truck and he's still driving, and Sonador starts racing the truck. Her time was so impressive and her spirits seemed to be so lifted that they allowed her to train. And eventually she went on to race and win because that was what she was built for. Now, it's based on a true story, a racehorse that went on to become a legend after her so-called career-ending injury. She wouldn't quit because that's what she was built to do. And we all have injuries at different times in our life. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's mental, but at some point or another, something happens. And we have to decide, are we going to throw in the towel? Are we going to give up? Are we going to go out to pasture, so to speak? Or are we going to get back on the racetrack again? We're built to sustain so much, and we're also built to thrive. But being built for something doesn't mean, though, that you're going to see it through automatically. It takes work, just like with the racehorse. There was a lot of work and conditioning that had to happen for her to be able to win races again. So what are you built for? Have you ever thought about that? Jordan Peterson says that we are built to have a noble goal and to work towards it. Now, I have been in this world long enough to know that when I'm the happiest is when my mind is set on working towards a goal. Like having an end result that I know I want, and I work towards it continuously until I reach it. Now, you might feel the same way. I don't know. I imagine so because you're listening to the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. But maybe you've had an experience where you are working towards something, like you have a reunion coming up and you want to lose a certain weight, or you want a size that you're going to be when you go to this reunion. But then what happens the day after the reunion? You felt the high, you reached the goal. Now what? Well, you kind of need another goal to keep going. That's what you have to know. Just know and be prepared that every time you have a goal and you reach it, you're going to be happy. And then you're going to feel a tugging, maybe a little sadness because you accomplished that goal. And now what? You see, we're built for more. And sometimes people accomplish something big and their brain tells them that's it. That's the culmination. Nothing can get better than that. You graduate college, you get your dream job, you get married, you have a baby, whatever it is. You are still built to keep going, to still have something to work for. And we are also built to withstand much more than we think we can. If we weren't built for that, we would cease to exist because life can be so hard. I'm sure you know. And here's the thing. It's hard, then it's good. Then it's hard, then it's good again. And that cycle will forever be the same. We're built for that. We're built to endure that. We're built to feel good and still endure when the hard times get hard. My older sister told me recently that she goes to her meetings at the church even though she's grieving her husband because the other people in her church get strength from seeing her be strong. I couldn't have been more proud of her when she said that, because how true that is. Now that's a thought that will serve her. That's a thought that will help her move forward. And the actions she takes because of that thought will serve her long term. It'll keep her moving forward, and she will be stronger because of that, not weaker. Every time you overcome something hard, you're building strength, just like in the gym. You don't go to the gym twice and think, that's it, I'm good. No, you have to do it time and time again, and you get stronger every time. The same goes for your mental capacity. The more you endure, the stronger you get. We're built to be able to endure, but sometimes we get in our own way and we have thoughts that weaken us. Just be cautious of those. You see, sometimes we think, if one more thing happens, I'm going to break. I won't be able to deal with it. I'm not going to make it through this. Wrong. Those are your thoughts. You're built for dealing with it, and you're going to be stronger for it. But you cannot tell yourself thoughts that weaken you, like, I can't handle one more thing. That thought does no one any good. Yes, you can handle it, and you will. Think about how many times you've done it before. Maybe you thought you wouldn't be able to survive something, and you did. We're built to be able to move forward, especially when bad things happen. That's how we're designed. But what about on just a regular Tuesday when nothing bad's happening? What are we built for then? Well, I can tell you what we're not built for. We are not built for laying around eating Cheetos, staring at our phone, and watching the news and Netflix all day. That's why we feel so crappy when we do that, because our bodies were not designed to eat that on a regular basis, nor were our brains designed to stare at our phone 24/7. It should be a hint to you that it's not how you were designed, because you feel so bad when you do it. That's why when we work a mundane job where we're not challenged anymore and we can do it in our sleep, and we feel so bored with it. And why being lazy feels so yucky. It's because it goes against our very nature. Same way being mean feels so bad. It's because it goes against our very nature. That's not how we're designed. When we aren't using our bodies and our mind the way it's meant to be used, it feels bad. We just have to listen to those hints of, hey, I feel like crap when I eat donuts every day. So maybe don't eat the donuts every day. There are hints all around us as to what will make our life better. If we ignore the hints, we get further and further away from our true nature, from how we were designed, what we were built for. The reason we see so much obesity and depression is because people have gotten away from doing the things in a way that energizes us and helps us thrive. When we get far away from what we're meant for, it can make us feel miserable, which has us finding ways to numb the pain. So we drink too much and eat too much and watch too much TV. Anything but facing the fact that we're not living up to our potential, that we're not living up to what we were built for. And it's easy, let me tell you, I know it, in this life to get into a rut. We start getting into a rut where everything's the same and we wonder why we're bored or maybe feel depressed. Well, it's because we're designed to do new stuff. We're designed to eat a nutritious diet, to work towards something to make ourselves better. That's why it feels so good when you work out. That's why it feels so good when you eat healthy, because you're treating your body in a way in which it was designed. That's also why it feels so good when you reach a goal. I mean, think about the difference in how you feel sitting and eating. Maybe you're eating just chips and donuts and Cheetos and you're staring at your phone all day or watching TV all day, versus how amazing you feel when you eat healthy, you exercise. Maybe you spend time with someone you love or the people you love, and you're working towards something fulfilling. There's a huge difference there, and it's because that's how we are designed to thrive. The good things that you do today affect how you are that day, possibly tomorrow. But the good things you do every day affects how you will be in the future, or a year from now, 5 years from now. Your daily habits matter. It affects your whole life. Those daily habits and your regular thoughts, they're everything. You were built to do amazing things, which will be different for each one of us. We each have an opportunity to reach our own potential. But just because you were built for something doesn't mean you're going to do it. A horse may be built for racing, but if he isn't trained and conditioned, he will not win races. If you're built to be an athlete, but you don't train, you're not going to be a winning athlete. And that goes for anything. If you want to be a coach, but you're not regularly putting ads out, you're probably not going to coach a whole lot of people. Yes, that one's for me. I'm being honest with myself about that. Where do you need to be honest with yourself about what you're doing in your life? You may wonder why things didn't work out the way you thought they would, but you aren't taking any action towards your goal. Well, being honest with ourselves is hard to do. It doesn't feel good sometimes. But that's the only way you're going to reach your full potential. It's the only way you're going to find out what you're made of, is to try and fail and try and fail. And eventually, you may shock yourself at what you can do. We're built for continuous growth and improvement. We're also built to do hard things, and we're meant to thrive. Are you thriving? Think about your day-to-day habits. Are they helping you thrive? Are your thoughts making you stronger, or are they weakening you? If you've had some bad things happen and you're thinking, I cannot handle one more thing, remember, yes, you can, and you will. Not only were you built to thrive, but you were also built to do hard things, and that's how you get stronger. My challenge to you this week is whenever you have a thought like this is just too hard. I cannot handle it. I'm not going to make it. I want you to jolt that thought with the mantra, bullshit, I'm built for this. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.